Knowing your hair type. Do you know your hair type? Are you able to identify your type of hair? Hello there, I am Hannah Katiamba with redpurple.com, and today we are talking about the different major hair types. Okay guys, I have a little confession. Since I was younger, or in my younger years, and when I say younger years, I only mean like from primary school, and just recently, a few weeks ago, I used to wonder and think like, why would my sisters and my mom have different hair compared to mine? Or why would my friends in primary school had finer hair or coarser hair compared to mine? And the fact that some products would result so well with my sisters but would damage my hair. I mean, I used to always play around those thoughts until I finally did some research and found out that just like skin, hair too has got different types. There's a simple way to actually identify the different hair types. It all started in the 1990s when this guy, who is called Andre Walker, who was Oprah Winfrey's hairstylist, I know, Oprah Winfrey's hairstylist, got the courage to categorize the confusing sections and types of hair that everybody knew and categorize them in 4 major categories. And these 4 major categories was subdivided into 3 categories of each major category. Now, I know I am not the only one that was naive back then, and some of you are still naive, but all your questions will be answered right now because I am here to share with you all the research that I found out about the different hair types. So, let's get into it. For your beauty, confidence, and style. Okay, so fun fact. Did you know that there are 12 major types of hair, but we're just categorized by the great Andre Walker into 4 major categories? Yeah, I also just recently found out, so you're not the only one. Okay, but you know the 4 categories were also subdivided into 3 subcategories. So we are going to talk about every category right now, beginning with the straight hair. This is also known as type 1 of hair. Now with type 1, this is the type of hair that is straight, fine, and mostly silky. The 3 subcategories of the type 1 hair include 1A, which is the flattest kind of hair, the thinnest type, and also the silkiest of all the straight hair. Now this type of hair is actually the type of hair that cannot easily be curled. You know, it cannot easily be curled and also is very oily, and it tends to be very shiny due to the natural oils that this hair has. The second type of hair that is under the type 1 category is the 1B. This type of hair is straight but not as flat as 1A. It can hold a curl but only mostly down towards the end of the hair, and it has a few coarse strands. The third type of subcategory under type 1 hair is 1C. This kind of hair has the most body compared to the other 2, and it is fuller compared to 1A and 1B. 1C has got soft bends and is most likely to hold a curl. It has more coarse and is prone to frizziness and puffiness in humid weathers. So that concludes the type 1 straight hair. If you think you actually have the type 1 straight hair and you would like to know more on how to maintain it or how to treat it and what products you need to use, we made a full detailed video that you can access in the link below in the description box, and you can watch this beautiful video about type 1 straight hair. So moving on to the second type of hair, which is the wavy type of hair, also known as type 2 type of hair. Now this is the one that ranges from the perfect looking beachy waves to the fluffy, undefined bends or bumps in your hair. Now these subcategories of this type of hair include type 2A, we'll start with type 2A, which is the flat S-shaped pattern that gives this hair a beautiful wavy look. Now this hair is easily blown out and can also be easily straightened out. This hair is fine and thin with a loose or tousled kind of texture. The second subcategory of type 2, type 2B. This kind of hair is straight at the roots but then falls into a more defined S shape of waves from mid-length to the end. The S-shaped waves are fine and also are medium thick. This kind of hair is much more prone to being frizzy and poofy compared to type 2A. Moving on to the third subcategory of the type 2 type of hair, we are going to talk about the type 2C. This is also S-shaped, but it has few loose curls and is coarser in texture. It is mixed with more curls compared to type 2B and type 2A, and it is more prone and it tends to be frizzy and is easily loose in definition. And that brings us to the conclusion of the wavy hair type 2 kind of hair. If you think that this is the type of hair that you have and you are interested to know and learn on how to take care of it and maintain it, to also know the products you need to use for this kind of hair, we made a full detailed video and you can access this video right in the link in the description box. So let's move on. Curly hair, which is also known as the type 3 kind of hair. This is the kind of hair that has got a mixture of curls and wavy strands. Now the three subcategories of this major category are, starting with 3A. This is the kind of hair that has got loose curls with just few waves. But this hair also has curls that are easily blown out and is super reactive to humidity, wind, and dryness. The second subcategory of the type 3 hair is 3B. Now this hair has got curls that are the circumference of maybe your finger, let's just say your finger, or a marker. The curls tend to be more springier and tighter compared to 3A curls. This hair is more prone to frizz and dryness and has coarser strands and is more dense compared to 3A hair. Moving on to 3C, which is the third subcategory of the 3 type of hair. This hair is more dense and looks like tightly packed corkscrew curls. Now, this hair has got a circumference of a pencil or a straw and is more voluminous. The hair can be easily damaged and is actually more prone to dryness and breakage. And that is the 3 type, also known as the curly type of hair. So if you think you have this hair and you have identified that your hair is the curly type of hair and you would like to know how to maintain it and use and have the right products to use in it, well, I made a full detailed video that explains everything in detail about the 3 type or the curly type of hair. So go ahead and click the link below in the description box that will lead you to the beautiful video about type 3 or curly type of hair. Lest I forget, if you have not subscribed to my channel just yet, go ahead and click that subscription button and you will receive all the notifications of all the beautiful videos that I bring every week. So go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment on this video. Okay, so now let's talk about the coily hair, which is also known as type 4 kind of hair. Now this is the kinky hair that has got a mixture of a different range of strands that range from the coily, the tight coils, to the zigzag pattern. Now, the three subcategories of this major category include type 4A, which has the tightest curls and also the smallest curls. Now, this hair has actually got some strands of 3C curls. The curls can easily be loosened up, and the definition is not that tight, but it has actually a huge moisture retention. This hair is also very dense, and it has coils that are either wiry or fine. It has a circumference of a crochet needle. The second subcategory of the coily hair is type 4B. Now, this hair, instead of having coily strands, it actually bends into a zigzag kind of pattern or angles. It has tighter and less defined curls, and the curls have got a circumference of a ballpoint. Yes, a ballpoint pen. You heard that right. So that's how small the curls are. And the strands are ranging from fine strands to thin and wiry, coarser strands. This hair is also prone to much shrinkage and damage, more than the 4A type. The third subcategory of the coily hair is the type 4C, which is actually currently one of the popular topics, but the 4C hair has got a Z-shape pattern. It has got tighter Z-shape or bends more than 4B. It has got fewer cuticle layers, which actually means that the retention of moisture and also the levels of damage are quite more higher compared to 4A or 4C. This means that with this hair, you will need moisture and more moisture and more moisture. You heard that right. But of course, the density of this hair is larger than the rest of the hair, and it's more prone to shrinkage and has got a lesser definition of curls. It ranges from coiled strands and superfine strands, which are so thin and soft, to wiry and coarse kind of strands. And lastly, this hair is very delicate, so it can easily be damaged. So that actually brings us to the conclusion of all the 4 types and categories of the different kind of hair. If you think you have the 4C or 4A or 4B kind of hair, and you would like to know more on how to maintain it and take care of it, and the type of products that you can use for this group of hair, we made a full detailed video that explains everything you need to know about this group of hair. Okay, so now that you have known the 12 major types of hair, you are obviously asking yourself, how can you identify them? Well, guys, it's not really like rocket science, okay? I'm gonna give you 3 tips on how you can identify your different hair texture. And you should also note that these 12 major types, you might not fall in any of them because you have maybe a mixture of 1 or 2 types of hair. But this is how you can find out on how you can identify your hair type. The first tip I'm gonna share with you is easy. You just look at your hair type, go in the mirror, look at your hair type and compare it to the chat. We made a full chat that is in a fully detailed blog, and you can access this as well in the link that I have left for you below. This blog has got a chart that is downloadable for you, and you can compare which hair suits or which hair you belong to. The second tip I'm gonna share with you is that if you have product in your hair, some of us maybe have got perm. We've got permed hair, so you are better off letting that hair grow at least more than 1 or 2 months. Then that those roots that are growing out, that ingrowth of hair is going to help you identify the kind of hair texture that you have. The third tip that I'm gonna tell you is that you can rinse your hair. When you wet your hair and let it dry naturally, you can easily tell the hair texture because we often blow out our hair or straighten it. So the best way is to wet your hair, or even just after taking a shower, after washing your hair, you can easily identify the group or type of hair that you have. Don't forget, we actually made a full detailed blog that explains all the types of hair, and it has got a hair chart that is downloadable for you, and you can identify your type of hair. And you can access this blog and chart right in the link that I have left for you in the description box. And there you have it. I have shared with you all my knowledge and research on the different types of hair. I hope this video actually really helped you. But if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what the hell are you still waiting for? Go ahead and click that subscription button, and you'll receive all the beautiful notifications of the beautiful videos that I bring to you every week. But for now, for me and the rest of the crew, I would like to say have a blessed week and see you next week.